Welcome to CosmoFactory, a podcast by Cosmoprof Worldwide Bologna, where we explore the entire cosmetics, personal care, and fragrance industry supply chain. I'm your host, Deanna Utrusky, and here at CosmoFactory, we look beyond the trends to discover the ideas, initiatives, and innovations that are truly advancing beauty. Let's get started. This episode is about creating a multi-sensory brand experience. It's about using AI thoughtfully to enhance a cultural export strategy. It's also about professional beauty, consumer beauty, product manufacturing, and the efficacy of naturals. Today, as we record live on the CosmoPack show floor here at Cosmoprof Worldwide Bologna, I am joined by Chiara Arborea, Export Manager at PDT Cosmetici. Chiara, welcome to CosmoFactory.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. Exciting to be here today.
Yes, no, it's wonderful that you can be here in person. And we're going to get to the AI, the creative and strategic way that your team is working with artificial intelligence. But let's start with a quick introduction to PDT Cosmetici. This is a contract manufacturing company. Chiara, can we hear about the key details of your company? Maybe where it's located, what you specialize in, the sort of partners you serve. Is this regional, global? Paint a picture for us.
Absolutely. PDT Cosmetici was born in 1996. We are based in Putignano, near Bari, in Puglia. So we are surrounded about sea and beautiful nature. So we are, since the beginning, we tried to take the best from the nature and the territory, and we started a travel together, starting as manufacturer company for third parties. So we started with this core business. We produce cosmetic products, mainly body care and face care product like serum, mask, and everything useful for skincare and body care. And we are specialized because our CEO are a pharmacist, so he started in the behind of his pharmacies. So the base of our business is pharmaceutical. So we started with this, and then we continue growing, launching the R&D laboratory, the production department, and so on. So during the time, now in 2026, we celebrate our third anniversary. So since 30 years ago, we started producing for third parties, giving to the clients the quality of a natural cosmetic but effective.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wonderful. And not all contract manufacturing companies create and operate a brand. Some do. There are various reasons for this. But please tell us about the PHYSIO NATURA brand that your company does produce.
Yes, during years we decided that also by our own we would like to launch and to create a brand that was that identified the nature that we feel inside. So we launched PHYSIO NATURA. It is a brand dedicated mainly to the professional aesthetic. So it goes through cabin, beauty centers, beauty salon, and spa. We would like to underline that with the quality of the product that we can create, and with a natural product, we can reach great results also in cabin. Mm-hmm. Always, obviously, combined with some technological active ingredients, because we always would like to combine our pharmaceutical base that we feel and also the naturality. So we would like really to promote this type of topic and show that in cabin this type of product could be very functional, could be effectively, it could help the beautician to have great results in the treatment.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it sounds to me, and tell me if I didn't hear you correctly, but that you have an owned brand to showcase manufacturing capabilities, but also to really demonstrate the potential efficacy or the genuine efficacy of naturals. Is that?
Yeah, exactly. Because in general, our product, but all mainly the PHYSIO NATURA products are have inside high percentage of naturality. We are talking about from 85 up to 99. Mm-hmm. So we take from Italian territory the natural ingredients. We extract in collaboration with some university in Italy, and we try to add these actives inside of the product, and these allow the product to reach high percentage of naturalities. Mm-hmm. Yes,
and that's not always true with products that are used in the professional sector, in medi-spas and beauty centers. They're not always such a high percentage of natural, and so this is distinctive in that way, yes?
Yes, we use this type of product in the cabin, but obviously we are always looking for to claim also the active ingredients and technology active ingredients. Mm-hmm. For example, last launched are combining exosomes or PDRN or Ectoin, all the latest launched technology, always with natural active ingredients, in order always to be functional together.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. And here at CosmoPack, where it seems the entire global cosmetics and fragrance industry supply chain can be found this week, PDT is exhibiting, showcasing your contract manufacturing capabilities and services. Of course, many other companies are doing the same. But then in the area of CosmoProf Worldwide Bologna, dedicated to professional beauty, PHYSIO NATURA, the company's brand, is exhibiting separately. And your brand team is launching an AI resource there. What is this new tech project?
Yes, this is a project that we launched just a few days ago. In fact, we are presenting it in our booth. We will have also like a display showing our AI. This is a project in which we every resource in the company put a lot of effort. Agencies, team, marketing team, communication team. So we tried very strongly to try to communicate well this type of project. Obviously, it is a project that is starting now. So we would like always to push the project and adding some features or something to them. But at the moment, yes, we have Flora. We will present Flora in our booth, and she is our beauty virtual consultant. So she will help for us, she is a part of the team, of a marketing team, and she will help the end consumer, but also the professionals to get in touch with PHYSIO NATURA, understand more about the brand, but also to create a network between the professionals, and also to give to the professionals marketing support.
Yes, this makes sense. I would love to hear more about how medi-spa and beauty center professionals will use Flora. I'm guessing maybe if you talk about the sort of engagement or activity that your team is demonstrating to attendees here at the fair. What happens when they're looking at Flora? I'm guessing on the screen, maybe it's on their phone or a laptop. How do they engage with Flora? What happens?
Yes, consider that if someone is arrived on our website, the first thing that he will understand is to see the image, the little image of Flora, the symbol. So, Flora is asking if there is some question or if someone needs help. So it's like the first things that you can see visiting our website.
And let me just ask, mm-hmm. Flora looks and moves and sounds like a real person, yes?
Exactly.
Okay.
In fact, during the project, we were wondering if we would that Flora looks like a real person or like a AI. And we decided that maybe in order to communicate the help that Flora can give, but also to communicate that Flora is a real part of our team, we decided to give to her some physical human appearance. In fact, Flora has a tone of voice. If you want, she can type, she can write, or also she can register some vocal notes. And yes, also the image is really human.
Yes. And you were saying about how the medi-spa or beauty center professional will actually interact. Tell us more about that experience.
Yes, as anticipated, Flora, in the first step of visiting our website will ask about if you need some help, and can also help the end consumer to create a skincare routine, or maybe support them on the purchasing. But the real importance of Flora, the real significance that we want to transmit with her is for the professional beauty, because we would like to respond to a need of the professionals. The beauty professionals needs to be supported. Obviously, during the treatment, they maybe need some information about the products or the combination about the products, because maybe you can have a huge catalog and you are treating a client with a different type of skin. So Flora can help the professionals to create routines adapt to each type of skin or each type of clients. But the most important thing is that Flora is working also like an agency for the professionals, because we try to give all the information to Flora, and she can help the beautician if she have an Instagram page or something like that, to ask which marketing material PHYSIO NATURA is promoting, and in which way she can promote the PHYSIO NATURA brand on the social media. So she can give to the professionals also some tips about marketing.
I like this. She's a skincare expert, but she knows quite a bit about social media marketing. This sounds very clever. And you mentioned that end consumers do have access to Flora. Is that more the sort of, I guess, AI interaction that we've come to expect from a brand? You sort of go online, you describe maybe your skincare issue, and Flora will recommend a product in the brand.
For the moment, yes. For the end consumer, Flora is working like that. So if I need some information about my skin and I need a skincare routine advices, Flora can help me.
Okay, wonderful. And you mentioned that this AI tool will also help create a network of the professionals who work with your brand. Can you share more about that concept?
Yes, because, for example, if a beautician is asking, "Hi, Flora, how can I push the new launched line by PHYSIO NATURA on my Instagram page?" Flora can give her some advices about it. So can recommend to the caption, or, for example, the image to be used. Obviously, Flora is connected also to every background part that we have on our website, in which we have marketing materials that the beautician and our client can use. So making all the combination about these items, she can recommend the correct copy, post, image that the beautician can use. And in addition, due to the fact that we would really like that the beautician that work with us collaborate between them in order to create a network, we are launching, and Flora is like the best image of this group. We are launching also a network of beauticians that are called Skin Bloomer. So it's a community in which our clients are communicated between them in order to create this big community. We hope big community soon, in order to communicate and share information between them.
And thinking about building this community, you probably already answered this earlier, but how wide or expansive, I guess, is the reach of PHYSIO NATURA? Is this a regional brand? Do you have global reach? Where are the beauty professionals using this?
Yes, at the moment, but we hope expanding soon also in other countries. At the moment, we are in Italy. Obviously, the main business is in Italy, but since 2012, we tried to reach outside countries, and we are at the moment in at least 40 countries between Europe and Asia, mainly Asia. Yeah, China, Vietnam, Malaysia, Hong Kong. So we are trying our best to push the Made in Italy brand, but to be appreciated for our Made in Italy quality and image also worldwide.
Yes, no, that's so helpful to know. And I love that you remarked there that the Made in Italy story is very central to the PHYSIO NATURA brand, and I'm imagining that Flora is helping expand on that story. Can you talk about what Flora, this AI technology, can do that the brand could not do with conventional marketing campaigns? What's possible now?
Yes, as anticipated, we will try to present Flora as like a marketing manager or marketing communication for the future. We are not afraid that the AI could steal our jobs, because we really are convinced that we can collaborate together, and as demonstrated with the launch of Flora, we know that in every field that could be marketing or commercial, the AI could help us. So we would like to go deeper in marketing fields. Mostly because maybe we would like that our professional get used to use Flora for these kind of topics, in order also to maybe the internal team could go working on other fields. So we can dedicate a part of our job to completely to Flora, and we would like to automatize this marketing field, for example.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes very good sense. And I do want to think more about sort of that idea of brand purpose a little further. And what you're describing certainly fits into this question, I think. So many brands today have a larger purpose. In your case, you're looking at this sort of country of origin effect, but there are brands that have a very social purpose. Some brands are very environmental or focused on education. I'm trying to think what other brand leaders might learn from your team, or even other, folks in the contract manufacturing space. What have you learned while developing Flora that might be helpful for someone listening?
We have understood that the AI is not an enemy, because now we are in the part of of the time in which we are trying to understand if they could help the company, or the AI could be a problem for the company. So we are really would like to be convinced also from our own that the AI could help the company to understand better about the market, to help them, help us to going worldwide, can maybe reach topics or field in which we are not. So we would like to be supported from them, and in fact we are always looking with admiration to a company that maybe have a bigger standard or system of AI support, in order to understand as much as possible from them, and understand how in a small company, because we are an historical company, but obviously we would like to, we aim to become important and well known around the world.
Sure.
So we always look for some advice from the bigger company in order to understand how to arrive at the same level.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No, that's wonderful. And that answer and something you said earlier really speaks to the potential for further learnings, for additional development, for change in this technology. You're certainly looking to others as an example, but I know there will be companies looking to you as an example. If someone from a similar-sized company were here in the room with us, are there any best practices or ideas that you can share that might be useful? Maybe mistakes they don't have to make because your team did?
Yes, the importance is, first of all, the communication, because it's really important to communicate what you do. because we pass through this and we do many things, but maybe at the time we didn't communicate well. So we are working very well on the communication of what we are or what we can do. So we could suggest to push the communication or the entity of the company, all the like the most important features of the company. In fact, we try always to push about made in Italy, about naturality, every features that could align a company and the essence of a company. So this is one of the reasons for, because we know that we have a huge catalog of made in Italy company that goes around the world. So obviously you always need to have your identification and your different characteristics in order to differentiate from the other and not to be to have a competition. So everyone could continue the path together. Mm-hmm. So yes, for us the most important thing is the communication.
Yeah, no, that makes really good sense. And I know through my work in the industry, it's not unusual for a company to almost forget to share those details. You
Exactly.
get so familiar and so passionate about what you're doing at your company, you forget sometimes that you need to remind everyone you speak with, yes, we're made in Italy, or yes, this is what's special or differentiating about our brand. You repeat that every chance you get. It's certainly a great opportunity, and it makes sense that it works here with technology. You know, as we've been talking, it makes me think that these ideas of brand voice or the face of a brand, these are not new concepts, but we're moving into a whole new world with artificial intelligence. It's very exciting. Chiara, I thank you for sharing Flora with us and for joining me today here in the CosmoFactory podcast booth at CosmoPack in Bologna, Italy. Thank you.
Thank you for hosting me today here.
Thank you so much for listening. If you find the CosmoFactory podcast useful, please take a moment to leave us a 5-star review and share your thoughts so even more cosmetic industry professionals can discover the CosmoFactory. I'm Deanna Utrusky. Please join me again next Tuesday for a new episode of the CosmoFactory podcast.